Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to create a classroom on Google Classroom. Okay, and then how to invite your students into the classroom. Then how to create a assignment or create a question paper so that you can conduct an online exam for all the students in the classroom. Okay, so let's start. To use Google Classroom, what you need beforehand is a Gmail account or a Google account. Okay, a ready Gmail account. That is the only requirement. Okay, once you have that, you can just open classroom.google.com site. Okay, on any browser. Just open that. You need to be logged in with your Gmail account. Once you're logged in, you will see this kind of page. It's blank currently because we have no classroom created right now. Then to create a classroom, since you are a teacher, you will be creating a classroom. What you need to do is you need to click this plus sign here. There you can see two options, join class and create class. If you are a student, you will be joining a class. Okay, but since you are a teacher, you will be creating a class. So you click create class here. Then select this option and click continue. Here you need to enter a class name. Okay, so here I'll be entering as trial, subject science, classroom 1, and then click create. You can edit these details later on, no problem with that. So just for trial purpose, I am creating this classroom. In a few seconds, the classroom will be ready. Okay, so the classroom is ready. Now first thing you need to do is to invite students into this classroom. So there are 2 or 3 ways to do it. One you can see here is the class code. Okay, you can share this code with all your students via email or WhatsApp. Then what they need to do is they need to open classroom.google.com on their respective devices, log in using a Gmail account, and then click the join class button and then enter this code there. Okay, once they do that, they will be entering this classroom directly. There is an easier way to do that, and the easier way is you go to people section here. Okay, in the people section you can see the invite button here. In the students section, invite. So if you click invite, you can see an invite link here. If you copy this link and share it with your students via email or WhatsApp, they can directly click open this link, log in with the Gmail account, and they will enter the classroom directly. So you need not share the code separately. This invite link is an easier way to add students to your classroom. Okay, so once this is done, there is a teachers section, as you can see here. So if for the same set of students there are more than one teachers managing them, teaching them different subjects, for example one teacher for science, another for let's say language, one for maths, like that. So you can add all those teachers in this same classroom as well. So you need to click the plus sign in front of the teachers section here, and then add the teacher's email ID to invite that person as a teacher. Okay, so you can have more than one teacher managing the same set of students. So each teacher can then create their own assignments, own question papers, and send it to all the same students. Now once this is done, next step is to go to the classwork section. Here you can create assignments, you can create question papers. Now today I'll be talking about creating a question paper using the quiz assignment feature. Okay, we'll click the create button here and we can see the quiz assignment here. So let's go to that. In this you need to enter a title here. So let's say this is a science unit test 1. Instructions, you can put instructions here, and then if you see this blank quiz written here, Okay, this is actually a Google form using the quiz feature in that. So if you click this, we can start editing it and creating our question paper. So in this, you need to enter the title here. The same title here. And then before we start adding questions, you can add questions here, but before adding questions, you need to make a few changes to the settings of this file. Okay, for that you need to click this button here, settings button. In the general tab, okay, it's better you click the collect email addresses box. What happens is, if you click this, each and every student will need to enter their email address beforehand. Okay, so if they enter the correct email address, they can receive an acknowledgement of their submissions. So whatever answers they submit, they will receive an acknowledgement, so that tomorrow they need not tell that I had given this answer, that answer, and you are not given me the correct marks, like that. So if they can receive an acknowledgement, you need to click this response receipts. Okay, so check this and click the always button, so that whenever they click the submit, they will immediately receive an acknowledgement of their submission, and tomorrow there won't be any question of not getting the correct marks for their answers. Okay, so they will have an acknowledgement ready. Then click this limit to one response, so that each email address will be able to submit only one response. So that's better. So if you click this, then after this you go to the quizzes section. Okay, quizzes section here, tab here. Now make this a quiz is already selected, since we had selected a quiz assignment. If it was a normal assignment, you need to select this as make this a quiz. Then after that, in the quiz options, release marks immediately after each submission is by default selected. What happens is, if you have a question paper of only multiple choice questions, where Google can directly correct the answers if you provide them the answer key and provide them the points associated with each question, then you can select this option immediately after each submission, release marks immediately after each submission. But if there are different types of questions, means a few multiple choice questions, then a few short answer questions, and a few long answer questions, then it's better you select the second tab here, second option. So if you select this later after manual review, what you will receive all the responses. You go through all the responses, allocate all the marks correctly, check all the correct answers, allocate marks, and then release the marks. You can release the marks manually. Okay, so it's better you select this if you have question types other than multiple choice questions. Okay, then we save this. And now the question paper is ready for editing. If you see, there is the email address section that has already come up, since we had selected collect email address. Now we'll start with the questions. Now first type of question I'm telling you about is multiple choice. Multiple choice tab here is already selected by default. So let's suppose I'm entering this particular question. Okay, this question I have entered. Now I need to provide them with 4 different options, so that the students can select the correct option here. So first option I'm entered yak, then the second one is camel, third option is goat, and fourth option is woolly dog. Now after I've given all the 4 options, if I use this answer key button here, okay, I'm clicking the answer key button here, I can tell Google which one of these 4 is the correct answer and allocate the points for that question. So if suppose the correct answer to this question is woolly dog. Okay, so I'll select the correct answer so that Google will know if students select this answer, they will automatically get the points associated to this question. So you need to allocate points here. You can this question. Suppose I need to allocate 1 point for this question. I'll write 1 here and then click done. So if you see, after entering all these details, you can see the total points for this question paper here. Okay, here it's already we can see there is 1 point allocated for this question paper. So this was the first question. You can add more such questions for multiple choice for 1 point or 2 points, and after that you can, if you want, you can use this plus sign here to add more questions. Okay, this plus sign here can be used to add more questions, but the plus sign is always available. Suppose I want to add a question which is not of multiple choice, a different type of question. So a short answer where the student needs to answer in one or two, a single word, 1 or 2 words, or a simple sentence. Suppose I am entering a question. Name 2 fibers obtained from animals. So this particular question needs an answer in 1 or 2 words. Okay, 2 words. So here I'll select a short answer. Okay, short answer. So there is a space to write down those 2 names here. Here in the answer key, you just need to allocate the points for this question. So suppose you need to you wish to allocate 2 points. I'll make it 2. The correct answer I'm not entering because it's better you select check the answer manually here. Okay, so I'm not entering any correct answer here. So I have allocated 2 points and then click done. Now as you can see, we have prepared 2 questions in this paper so far. The first question was for 1 point, the second question was for 2 points, and now you can see the total points allocated here for the paper is 3. So as you add more and more questions with more 1 or 2 points like this, the total will keep adding up. Now for the third type of question where the students are supposed to write a lengthy answer, longer answer. Okay, so let's go to click the plus sign here. Let's suppose the question is describe briefly how silk is produced. Okay, so for this question, Google, being clever, has already selected the paragraph option for this. So instead of paragraph, if you select paragraph, what happens is the student is supposed to write down, type the answer here. But all students may not be comfortable typing it, so it's better if we give them a different option here. What they can do is they can write down the answer on a piece of paper in their notebook or a simple lined paper, and then click a photo of that answer and upload that photo. So for that, what you need to do is you click this drop down list here and then select the file upload option here. Okay, so if you select this file upload option, and it's just giving you some instruction, and then click continue. What will happen is the student will get a file upload button here. So you can just write down the answer on the paper, click the photo and click the file upload button and upload the photo into that. So here you can receive different types of file types, or I'm just keeping it off. If you want, you can select image file here, but it's better you keep it off. Okay, since most students will be just clicking a photo and uploading it, we need not complicate it. So then number of files, if the answer is within a page, okay, within a page, then it's better a maximum number of files is selected as 1. If the answer is supposed to be needing more number of pages, suppose there is some drawing and some description as well, then maybe you can select 2 files or up to 5 files here. Okay, but in most cases 1 file will be sufficient here, and maximum file size will be 10 MB should be enough. For most photos clicked by different phones, 10 MB should be enough. Now for this, this form can accept up to 1 GB of files. Currently it's mentioned here. So if you have a total number of students less than 50 appearing for the paper, then 1 GB is enough, more than enough for this. But if you have lots of students, suppose the student number is expected to go closer to 100 or even beyond 100, then it's better you increase the limit here. You can just click change here, and here you can see the options. Maximum size of all files uploaded, you can select 10 GB, 100 GB here. So depending on number of students that are expected to appear for this exam, you can increase the size limit here. So currently I'm keeping it at 1 GB. Click save. Again, for answer, click the answer key and allocate points for this. Okay, you need not provide an answer here, but you need to allocate points. Suppose this particular question is for 5 points, so I have allocated 5 points and click done. Now you can see the total has increased to 8 already. So in this fashion, you can add more questions of multiple choice, more questions of short answer type, more questions of the lengthy answer type. 3 different types I have already shown you. I think these 3 different types should be enough to cover your requirement here. And after this is done, there is a small here, you can see for each question, you can see there is an option whether you want this question particular to be answered or not. Since most of these questions are, means if the student knows the answer, he will write down the answer. If he doesn't know, he won't. So it's better you keep it off. Okay. So after your question paper is ready, the next thing is to send it to all the students. So here what happens is, once your paper is ready, you can do this, you can click this send button, and then go to this link section here. Then this is a very long link, you can shorten it using this tab here. Then the short link is available, you just click copy. You can then share this link directly with your all the students, or you can add this, click this add button in the assignment that you had already opened for science unit test 1, then click add here and select the link here, enter that link which I have copied, paste it here and click add link. Okay, so the question paper is now attached to this assignment, your science unit test 1. I will remove this blank quiz here, and for this now final step is to assign. Okay, whenever the time at a particular time when the question paper is to be assigned to all the students, only at that time please click this assign button. Okay, so if now is the time to assign it to all the students, I'll click assign. After clicking assign, what happens is this assignment now will be visible to all the students. Okay, this becomes visible to all the students here, as you can see in the classwork section also, as well as in the stream, means the first home page of the classroom. After entering the classroom, the first page that they see is the stream page. Here also they can see the assignment. They can just click open and then start solving the paper.